Welcome to the Real Facts on Real Estate podcast, presented by Sean Patrick Maloney. In this series, we educate real estate agents on how to find success in the industry and grow their wealth to six-figure commissions and beyond. Now here is your host, Sean Maloney.
Welcome to episode 255. Is 2024 a good year to be a realtor? I'm your host, Sean Patrick Maloney. Thanks for joining me this week. Guys, I want to talk to you about 2024 and whether it'll be a good year to be a realtor or if it's just a good idea to hang up the hat and get out of the business altogether. I know a lot of you out there thinking, what's going to go on in 2024? 2023 was crazy, 22 was crazy, 21 was crazy, 20 was crazy, 19 was even crazy. What is this wild world? Why are we living in so many different changes? Why has times come to this? Like, where are we going and what's going forward? Let's get started. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also check out Real Facts on realestate.com. The past several years, like I said, they've been a wild ride, going from the lowest interest rates in history to one of the fastest rate hikes we've ever seen. This has led to a market where we see sellers sitting and not wanting to sell their home, or I shouldn't even call them sellers as much as homeowners sitting not wanting to sell their home because they have this amazing interest rate, and by selling their house, they're going to lose that interest rate and go to a much higher interest rate. Good news has been, though, that the Fed is saying they're going to be cutting interest rates across the year 2024 because they're saying that the inflation has finally slowed down and that the economy is ready for lower interest rates. Overall, though, a lot of people are speculating, what is it going to mean? As time goes on and people carry these low interest rates, we know that some people have accrued debt. They have credit card debt, car debt, college debt, all different reasons that they're in debt, but they're sitting with a low interest rate but a high amount of equity. How is it that we have such a strange market, right? We have high interest rates and high prices. Usually low interest rates equal high prices, high interest rates equal low prices. But what's happened is we have this huge inventory shortage. It's to do with the fact that we're not building fast enough and that government regulation costs so much money to get through in order to build property that we now see prices continuing to soar because the cost to actually build that home and the time frame it takes to build that home is so slow. The builders are accruing all this debt that they're going to hand right along to the home buyer because remember, in the name of the game of building homes is to make profit. So therefore, when we have a profitable home build, we have to continue to push up the price as the price to build homes increases. So now with high interest rates and everything, what is that doing to a lot of the builders? It's just making them charge even more for homes. Now we have people with low interest rates not wanting to move. We have people with high interest rates trying to get into the market. It is a crazy time to be a realtor. 2023 was such a challenging time for realtors that many decided to just hang up their license, to go home, to go get another job, to find something that they could find earning. The reason being was the lack of transactions, right? The lack of buyers or sellers alike that wanted to do business based on the high interest rates or the low interest rates, depending on which way they were looking at it. And now here comes 2024, right? We are seeing these lower interest rates coming, which means that a lot of the buyers who have been disqualified over the past few years are now requalified based on their new lower interest rate and their ability to make the payments. This means that we'll probably see even more bidding wars, even more demand, but what we don't see is really any end or any sign of relief to our inventory shortage. Now, it doesn't matter which way you stand politically, but if you've paid attention over the past few years, we've also had an influx of migrants coming over the southern border. What does that mean? Well, that means that there's even more people that need housing. Now, a lot of you might go, well, they're probably not home buyers. The truth is, everybody that needs a home has some sort of effect on the entire market. What would that be? Well, all these new migrants are going to mean more rentals. More renters means that rent prices can go up. Rent prices go up means that multifamily goes up. Multifamily going up means that single family will chase. So we see this constant chasing up, but we don't have any real action to chase in more inventory. Now, hopes or wishes would be for the government to really step it up and to make it easier to build. But what we're seeing is kind of the exact opposite. We're seeing governments come in and put estate taxes or rich people taxes, however you want to look at them, but taxing builders, taxing the citizens who own homes, taxing the citizens who own multiple homes, going after everybody that's in home ownership rather than creating new pathways to home ownership and creating more builds. 2024 is going to be a great year as a realtor, but it's going to be a challenge like any other year. And this year, the real challenge is going to be to find people who actually want to sell and to find buyers who are practical and willing to put in real offers on properties, understanding that property prices are not coming down anytime soon. We've just gone through high interest rates and they didn't come down. The only way that property prices are going to start to go down is for everything to cost less, for regulation to be less, and for more inventory to be produced, which the odds of that are very, 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 very low. So we need to be ready as a realtor in the year 2024 to help buyers understand what they need to put together for an offer to get accepted, and to help sellers understand how selling their house makes sense. Sometimes it might be that they have that debt that we talked about and they need to sell and move out of the interest rate. Sometimes they have expanding lives, but paying attention to those life events, those babies, those weddings, the different things that generate the need for more housing, pay attention to those events and be ready to talk with people about the practicality of the moving during times like this. And the explanation really, honestly, comes down to, when are times going to change? Like I just said, when are they going to build more homes? When are they going to lower interest rates and keep them down? When are they going to make it an easier playing field? Never, right? We know that. So the best thing we can educate people is become a homeowner now and work your way along, gain equity, continue to pay towards something so that you're paying down something, and take that money and roll it into the next thing. Guys, I hope this helps you understand what 2024 is going to look like being a realtor, and I hope it makes you make the decision to become a realtor and reach out to us over here at Momentum Realty. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Make sure to pound the subscribe button. Also check out Real Facts on realestate.com. Thank you.